Hi there, students. As a rule, okay, this is a phrase, it just means usually. So, as a rule, I get up fairly early. As a rule, I don't drink tea or coffee. As a rule, I don't like to read love novels, for example. Okay, so this just says what you generally do. It's a very useful phrase, typically, most of the time. Very often as well, people say as a general rule. Usually, almost always. At this time, he can be found making videos as a rule, as a general rule. As a general rule, he doesn't start doing this until about 4 in the afternoon. Yeah, as a general rule, the traffic on Fridays is terrible. Okay, so this is talking about what normally happens as a general rule. Yeah, as a rule, we don't allow the children in here, but they can come in today if you want. As a rule, governments don't normally do things that might upset the electors. Yeah. As a rule, people often go out on Friday or Saturday night. As a rule, people have more money at the beginning of the month than the end of the month. So this is what normally happens. As a rule, as a general rule, usually, generally, mainly, normally, this is what normally happens ordinarily. Okay, so as a rule, I like sweet things more than I like salt things more than sweet things. The other way around. Yeah, you can ring me quite late at night because, as a rule, I don't go to bed until quite late. Yeah. So, as a rule, I take the underground to work because taking the car involves trying to park, and as a rule, parking near to my place of work is not an easy thing to do. Okay, so as a rule, as a general rule, this is what you normally do. Yeah, as a rule, he's here by 8 o'clock. Okay, so it's not a rule that somebody says, but this is what generally happens. Okay, as a rule, formality, I think I'm going to give it a 4 in formality. I think use it informally in semi-formal conversation, semi-formal writing, but no more than that. Yeah, I think as a rule it's a more informal phrase. And then as to origin, well, as a rule comes from the word rule, a rule, which comes from French, from Latin, regular, a straight stick, from rego, to keep straight or to rule or to govern, from Proto-Indo-European regeti, meaning right or to straighten, to make something straight. So, what do you do as a general rule at the weekends? What time do you get up on Saturdays as a rule? Yeah, this is something I do as a general rule. As a general rule, I don't like to spend a lot of money on unnecessary fripperies and silly things. Okay, so as a rule, it's what you generally do. It's what you normally do. So, enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. As a rule, as a general rule.